And before I dive into the presentation, I wanted to tell y'all just a little story, and then I'm going to ask you a question about it at the end. So the way that I became aware of the ability of achieving potential, and by choice rather than the universe kind of whacking you on the head with it, was I was 39, 2 years post-cancer. My life sucked. Physically, I was recovered. Emotionally, I was still struggling with rebuilding a new life, because the old life, the one that made me sick, I wasn't willing to go back to it. And not only was I not willing to go back to it, the desire to be happier, to do more of what honored me, to be healthier, it was compelling. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do that someday. It's like, I have to do it now. And that manifested in some interesting ways. But the first thing I decided was my job was too much. I wanted to quit my job. I wanted to take some time to get my life back. So I sat my partner of 8 years down, and I was getting ready to tell him that I wanted to leave my job. And what came out of my mouth was, I don't think we should be together anymore. And my eyes got really big, because I hadn't even admitted that to myself. And his eyes got really big because he didn't know anything was wrong. And he said, okay, Paula, well, if that's the way you feel, that's what we should do. And 10 days later, I was in a new place. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to quit my job, I should probably buy a house. So I bought a house. And by January of 2001, I was sitting in a brand new house with no job, no income. My saboteurs were going crazy, telling me that how could I possibly have done something so stupid? This was never going to work. If I was lucky, living in my car, if not, sleeping on the street. And everybody in my life was going, oh my God, Paula, you're having a midlife crisis. What are you doing? This is crazy. Why are you doing this? And yet there I was, standing there with no income, no job, no clients, not a whole lot of money in the bank, and a looming mortgage payment. And my question for y'all, and I would really appreciate it if you would put in the chat, is how do you think that worked out for me? Was that a good choice? Was it a crazy choice? What's your gut response to me doing that?